No. You start thinking that this is funny to have a work wife and a work husband until one day they sleep together at work and then all of a sudden you got yourself a work baby. You don't want that though, do you? How about I call my work hitman? That just takes out people that you work with. You're going to find yourself a work widow very, very, very soon, my love. Very, very, very soon. And I'm a work husband and a work wife Valentine's Day card. That's taking it all beyond the joke now, hasn't it? Are you going to do work rings next? A work wedding ceremony? Cheating is a very slippery slope. It's a slippery slope, but it starts off by calling other people your husband or your wife when they're not your husband or your wife. Let me become your work judge and I'll work divorce you. We can have a work divorcee party. We can do it all. Who gets the stapler? Is it you or is it...
Hey yo, what's good fam? It's your guy Raymundo. Welcome back to the channel. Now I have a question for you. How close is too close when it comes to developing a friendship with the opposite sex at work? Now I get it, you spend so much time together, you begin to bond. And one common bond is the work marriage, where you have either your work wife or your work husband. Now there's a caveat to it, at least as far as I'm concerned. I think if you're single, you know what? I don't see any problem with it, because how many relationships actually develop at work? A lot of them. And well, if you're already in a relationship, I think it complicates things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can still keep it kind of joking, but at the same time, if you have a commitment already, yeah, it might not be understandable. And if you are married, yeah, I wouldn't suggest it at all. But the reason I bring that up is because I have a clip here today of a wife who is well within her right to be upset at her husband for this. Roll the clip.
It's my husband's birthday today. He's a nurse and he works with a lot of girl nurses. And these are 2 birthday shout outs they gave him on Instagram. Let me know what you think. I don't know what to think. This just doesn't sit well. The words, the comfortness level, like what happened to, hey, happy birthday? What? Am I just tripping?
Now here's some context to the picture in itself. Now she wasn't able to go to the game, but he did take his 2 kids, and that's where the picture was taken. And just right off the bat, you don't do anything like that. Like, you don't leave a caption like that to let minds wonder, knowing the fact that there's already a stereotype behind that particular relationship of a work wife, work husband, that y'all are messing around. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, it's a common thing that people just automatically assume. And well, it's not to say that the wife shouldn't be insecure, but the fact that, you're around them more, with him being a nurse and all. I mean, it's just, it's one of those things that kind of lets your mind wander, and not for a good reason. But she did talk to him about it, and here's what he had to say.
This is a great question. Let's ask him. Why did you repost those birthday posts?
Because I just clicked on them.
So did you even read them?
No.
A damn liar, man. That's not true.
So that's why it's important to read when people tag you. Let me see what they tagged me in. Not just because it's my birthday, let's just repost it. So yeah, he fucked up, and he will be setting boundaries. Let me tell you. Will you?
Yo, show the channel some love. Hit the subscribe button.
If this was me last year,
Your birthday.
yeah, this would have had a different ending. But
Birthday.
I'm more mature. He knows what he has.
Now she just asked him to set boundaries, and he gave her the thumbs up. If that ain't a lie, I don't know what is. I mean, I'm just gonna call cap. You saw the captions, you saw the text, you knew what it said. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna keep it $150. Y'all may hate me for this, but he probably want to flex for the homies. Like, hey, dog, look how I got him at the job, man. Calling me at work, hubby, calling me Zaddy. Yeah, man, I still got that sauce. And I mean, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes fellas need that ego stroked. You feel me? But I mean, as for wifey, it seems like, I guess she's content. She says that she's matured over, I guess, the span of a year. So I'm not sure if this is something that has been repeated in the past. But tell me this, like, do you agree with me? Do you think I'm off? Do you have a completely different assessment? I mean, let me know down in the comments. But I did run across a couple of interesting takes. Take a look at these.
I looked my husband dead in the eyes this morning and I said, if I ever find out you have some work wife, work hubby vibe shit with a coworker, don't even bother coming home. And of course he looks at me like, girl, you're crazy. Like, you know that would never happen. But I know you know what video I'm talking about, where that lady posted, or she was talking about her husband reposted because it was his birthday, and one of his coworkers said, oh, like, happy birthday, Zaddy, work hubby, blah, blah, blah. Like, that shit got me heated, and it wasn't even me.
Now I see this right here as an accurate response. Like, I just think about it. Imagine if the roles were reversed. Imagine if it was the female who had a work husband and he had on a picture saying like, hey, this is work bae right here. Like, what? If that's me, yeah, nah, we gonna have a problem. We gonna have to, it's gonna be some furniture moving, you know what I'm saying, around that. Like, you gonna have to see me.
I gotta fight every night to prove my love. What you doing with my woman?
Just saying.
And the workers calling her husband a zaddy and a work hubby and all this stuff, right? Well, the wife comes on here and is asking, like, is this normal? Like, you know, and then the husband, like, a few videos later, he's like, oh, I didn't even realize what they had posted. I just wanted to share whoever had posted something for my birthday. But here's the thing, y'all. As a nurse, okay, it's coming from a nurse, we are very detailed oriented. We notice every detail. We read everything when it comes down to anything. We read everything. We read into things, and we notice like any slight change. So that's our job. That's literally what we do. So it doesn't just apply to our job. It literally turns into a lifestyle. You start noticing things. You're very detailed oriented, right? So people are in the comments saying, ooh, girl, like, you need to watch out. And here's the reality of it. From someone who's working in healthcare, there's a limited amount of men in that field. And so a lot of the women who are single, that's where they spend the majority of their time. And there is such a thing as like emotional cheating. I hate to call it out, but I see it often. We all see it. Anyways, she ended up deleting the video. I guess it was creating a lot of commotion. People found the co-workers' Instagram and were sending her messages. I wouldn't have deleted it. That's where I would be setting boundaries. And if her husband asked her to delete it, I definitely wouldn't have, because there's nothing to hide from if you're not doing anything wrong. And you know what? Sometimes things just need to be said, and it is what it is.
Now, I disagree. I believe deleting might have been one of the better options, but we know once it's up on the internet, it's on the internet forever. But you do see how she did notice the attention to detail. So to say that you didn't see the caption, yeah, like before I said, I call cap, but you know, I mean, everybody can't be player about it.
Here are my thoughts. Nobody asked for. I feel like she's putting a lot of blame on the girl, and I get it. But I'm looking at the husband. I'm looking at the husband, because no woman is going to feel that comfortable unless the person is making them feel that comfortable. Your husband is married, okay? Your husband is the one that took them oaths. Is the woman to blame? Yes, because I don't think I would have posted a picture, like a slew of pictures with a married man. I ain't especially no married man, but I think you're putting a lot of blame on the woman, and that's not fair. That's not fair. That's that whole I'm coming to you as a woman nonsense. I don't even like it. I think your husband is probably flirting around, because we know how the work hubbies and work wifeys go. We know. I think your husband is probably flirting. I think I don't know what's going on at work. Boundaries are probably being crossed, okay? Because I think you came to the internet looking to blame the woman, and the internet checked you and being like, blame your husband.
Now, this right here, I totally agree with. Like, her husband is the main one to blame. Not saying that the nurse has any less fault, but it all starts with the husband, you know, understanding that there may have been some flirtatious remarks to go around. I mean, because it's just not going to pop up out the blue with her calling you zaddy and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the end of the day, when you bring it to the internet, yeah, you allow for the world to give their opinion. So you can't be mad when we call a spade a spade.
Happy birthday to the one who keeps my butt in check. First ER buddy, break buddy, work buddy, locker buddy, Papa Smurf. Love you, homie. It's our fave Zaddy Al's birthday today. Happy birthday. I know there are going to be women and men who are going to dismiss your concerns as you being insecure and being jealous, but there's a level of familiarity with both of these women. We're calling people's husbands Zaddy and Papa Smurf. Like, who gives somebody else's husband pet names like that? I would especially believe this is a red flag if he gets frustrated and annoyed anytime you show up at the job, or he's asked you not to come by, if he hasn't introduced you to these women, if he goes out of his way to keep you all separate, because who knows what he's telling them. You have every right to be concerned about women who feel as comfortable with your man as you do, because the relationship should be and should feel different. Not every woman sees a man being married as a deal breaker, and every man doesn't see it as one either. If they're all this comfortable publicly, I can only imagine how they are privately. You posted this online because something in you already knows this doesn't feel right. You just aren't comfortable doing whatever you know comes next. They didn't just start getting this comfortable out of nowhere. What did your husband do to help these women feel this comfortable?
Man, I love the way that she broke it down. I mean, has he even introduced these coworkers to his wife, or what is he indeed telling them? Like, man, that kind of shine a different light on the perspective. It's crazy, right? But nah, not really. But what are your thoughts, man? Drop them down below in the comments. And don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And until next time, I'm out.